Hi, I'm here with Djana Venolia, AIA International Associate. Djana is a Brazilian architect and urban designer. She has worked with architectural services, interior and landscape design, and media services for residential, commercial, and hospitality projects in Africa, Europe, US, and Brazil for over 20 years. After moving to the United States, Djana has engaged in various projects supporting her community. She volunteers at her church, local YMCA, and she has collaborated with other nonprofits teaching art, architecture, robotics, just to name a few. Djana joined the Western Lighting and Energy Controls family in 2019 and has dived in the LED world through the lens of a designer, as well as the sustainability aspect of energy saving. Whenever it is possible, she enjoys traveling throughout America, visiting national parks and landmarks. Djana lives in San Diego County and frequently visits her daughter, Ana Manuela, in Kansas, where she lives with her husband and C-Punk the cat. C-Punk.
That's me.
That's you. Welcome, Djana.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for having me.
Oh, sure. No problem. No, this is going to be fine. And I've got my espresso martini here.
I'm so jealous of you. I wish I was there with you together.
I know. Okay, so we're here to talk about lighting and architecture, but we're also going to go over the holiday gift list, which this year I asked the Mothers in Architecture group if anyone made, any kind of craft or, was a maker and wanted to put it on the holiday gift list. So all of the gifts on the holiday gift list this year are made by women architects and moms, thus ArchiMom.
That's wonderful.
So we're going to go over those after. First, we are going to go over the questions.
Okay.
Yes. So what are your first recollections of experiencing architecture?
Oh boy, that's a fun story. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so you said that I'm from Brazil, but I am from the Amazon, and I grew up a very free spirit. Like you go play, run around, and then at the end of the day, you come back home, right?
Yeah.
Many pieces.
Yeah. Like a lot of us. Yeah. Like a lot of us did. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not in the Amazon, but just as far as going off and, and running around and your parents not knowing where you were all day long. Right.
Exactly. So that was me. And then I am the second of 5 children. So our household was always super busy. And as the family, start growing, my stepfather thought that if my mom had a help of a driver, because we live a little bit far away from the city, that would help her. So he hired a chauffeur or whatever it's called, and to drive us back and forth to school and so on. And then this guy, he was extremely talented sketching.
Okay.
And he would, in the spare time, we're not doing anything, and he was just there at the house. He would be sketching buildings. And it was my first real interaction with perspective, like in 3D.
Yeah.
And he was very talented. And I was just like in awe looking him do those, like just a paper and pencil and sketching those, beautiful outdoors, outside and also interior sketches. And that was pretty much, I don't think a lot of people actually know why I wanted to be an architect, but he was for sure, one of
your inspiration.
My first inspiration. Yeah. And we never know who we actually inspire and reach, push it toward this that profession. And then that was one of the reasons that I, when I was teaching children, I developed this architecture class, and I was like, you know what? You never know. Just expose, the children to all the skills that you have, and maybe
Mhm.
one of them will be an architect.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. Um,
Come back, please. Don't leave me.
I'm always surprised, it's like when I'm working on a project, I had to go turn off some of the appliances that were on. Um, uh, I- then I'm working on a project, and then I'll be, I'll be designing something, and then I don't know, like a year or two later or whatever, I'm driving by and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was I think that was the inspiration of some feature in my project, because I was driving by it, and it's something that I'm like, I would have never thought that would have been the inspiration for something that I designed, because I mean, it won't be a Taco Bell, but it'll be something that's totally bizarre, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there it is right there, kind of I guess, well, the sawtooth roofs, right? I have that project in Coronado, and the sawtooth roof, and so much of Coronado's design guidelines are based on very kind of traditional architecture, but actually,
Mm-hmm.
those the whole laundry facility, that kind of warehouse by the Hotel Del,
Yeah.
has a sawtooth roof. So I'm like, okay, it's so much they're talking about like other traditional shapes, when actually, like, that the sawtooth roof on that warehouse by the Hotel Del has been around for, what, like 100 years or something?
Well, and if you think about that, um, some cities in Brazil, they are already 500 years old.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of history there.
Mhm.
And my hometown, for example, old town, you think that you are in those villages or cities in Portugal because they're totally European, architecture.
Uh-huh.
And that was like some of the references that I had also growing up. Um, Churches like cathedrals,
Mhm.
basilica, they very much European like architecture, and
Uh-huh.
you think it's like that's in the middle of the Amazon.
Yeah. So it is European inspired in the Amazon. I mean, the architecture that's there. But then, is there more like native architecture, or?
Um, well, not really, because the climate, the weather, it doesn't allow really to have that connection.
Uh-huh.
Because if you go to like a native Brazilians, they live a very simple
Yes.
um,
Yeah.
wood, simple wood structure with leaves
Mhm.
covering,
Mhm.
and you really can't use that the city on a larger scale.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
won't have that connection. And then if you think also that Brazil doesn't speak Spanish like the rest of South America, and then the Spaniard colonization of culture, it's not really a lot there. So you don't see a
Uh-huh.
lot of that. And they didn't have that much of influence
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
our culture. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I haven't been to Brazil, and I never went to Portugal when I was in Europe either. So, but I've been looking at. I mean, I think it's one of the places that I would like to go in the next couple of years. So,
We go together. We go to Portugal and Spain.
yeah, I went to Spain 5 years ago when I went. Yeah, or oh my gosh, I think it's 7 years. 7 years now, because the lost 2 years, right? The lost two, lost 2 years. Okay, and then kind of based on
Mm.
that, so what are three classic buildings that you like, and why?
Oh, okay.
And they don't have to
Um,
be classical. They just have to be, a building that, maybe inspired that you learned about in school, or it can be modern or it's one of those classics.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So in São Paulo, and São Paulo, it is a huge metropolis, right? There's this museum, and it is like a rectangle and concrete. They painted like bright red, but the building, it is elevated by 4 pillars, and they don't go under the floor, they go above the building. So it looks like the box that is floating, and they have this, under. It is a huge space that people do like exhibits and just playing around, run around, or whatever. But the span between the 4 columns, it is so big, and it is. I think it is amazing. I really like that one.
You'll have to give me a photo so I can post it.
Oh yes,
in the blog.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one, it is a cathedral, and it is in Brasilia, our capital. And Brasilia, it is a planned city. So 2 crazy dudes, like architects, got hired to plan the city in the middle of nowhere. There was 0 people living there. And, it's like the president said, we're going to expand Brazil and go to the west, conquer the west. And then the cathedral, it goes kind of like big on the bottom, and then skinny, and then opens up like a crown, kind of. I don't know. It is weird to explain, but it is the cathedral in Brasilia. Beautiful natural lighting that comes from the glass still. Very interesting. Not a lot of not traditional at all kind of church. Very simple inside. Okay, you shouldn't be asking me a name, because I am the worst person to remember anybody's name, and I am not ashamed of that. It's just like, look, I don't have my neurons doesn't work in there.
I know. But that's okay. I wasn't the greatest. I wasn't the greatest at architectural history as far as knowing all of the dates. I was horrible with the dates all the time, and so yeah.
Okay. And here, when people ask me like, how about this and these architects and blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, whatever you're saying. Okay, so you asked me 3. The third one, and then let me think here. Oh man, I wanted to pick one from my hometown, but there's so many cool buildings there that I don't know where to go. But okay, so do you see this painting behind me here?
Yeah.
So that's our theater, and it is called the Peace Theater, or Theater of Peace, or whatever. Teatro da Paz. And it is from the rubber boom era. And Michelle, that building is so beautiful, and it's amazing. It's like all velvet and those gold paintings, and the lighting fixtures are from France, and the wood. It is just unbelievable, handcrafted, right? And I had the pleasure to see performance there, and also to perform. So I was actually in the backstage. I shouldn't be there, but I was just a child, tapping, dancing, singing, whatever. And parents are like, yeah, beautiful. But I shouldn't be there.
You mean you were supposed to be there? You just didn't think that you were very good.
No, right now, looking back, I'm telling you that I shouldn't be there at all. But I had the fun, and I was. So I think that's what matters. But yeah, very diverse, I think, everywhere that you go, right and left, north, south, and you have, you know, very rich type of architecture and landscape as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
We're going to
So
post all those pictures so you.
I know. So what do you like about being an architect? And I know that, I mean, you are an architect for all, regardless of whether you're licensed in California or not, you are still an architect.
Yes. Yeah. Um, I enjoyed very much of making my clients' dream come to reality.
Okay.
So, uh, a lot of I'm thinking here the designers that I've done, and some of them was very challenging, the topography, and people would say like I can't put anything here. So like, yes, you can. I think the mind of problem solving, it is very strong in my personality. So
Mhm.
don't tell me that I cannot do something, because I'm very also stubborn, determined. I am going to figure it out and do it no matter what. So yeah, and working with clients in different countries, giving me also a different perspective about the cultural challenges, and thinking about their reality, not mine. So
Mhm.
it's like that detaching from my own experience, and transferring that to the location of the project. And a
Mhm.
lot of those um, projects, I've never been there, so I have no idea. Really, just from picture. Yeah. So
I think
that was.
I've only worked on one project that I've never seen in person. I mean, I've pretty
Hmm,
much seen every project that I've worked on, at least even if I didn't get a chance to see the inside, I've seen the outside of the project. So any residential project, but the project that I didn't see was the one that we did in Telluride, Colorado.
hmm,
Because Steve was the project architect on it, so he went with Mark Appleton to the thing, and they went with the client. But I've never been there, and and I'll never be able to get into it, because it's a
hmm.
private residence, and I don't think I'll ever be. It's in the preserve area of Telluride, so it's like I don't know that I'll ever be going over there. So it's basically a gated community in the thing. The gated community in Telluride. So it's like I'll probably never go to Telluride, and then I'll probably never go to. I'll probably never get a
Because like,
chance.
excuse me, let me
Yes,
in.
exactly. Excuse
I
me.
designed this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting that you're asking me this, because I don't think about some of the the projects that I did, and especially in Angola. And
Mhm.
I still have really good friends there, my clients and so on. And
Mhm.
I've never been there, and it actually terrified me a little bit hearing the stories. Like, where's your lot? It's like, oh, it is this kind of a village, and there is no road, and then it is really to be careful, because there's a lot of the mines, those things that you
Oh,
explode.
landmines.
Poof,
Yes. Yeah, because of all of it. Yeah, because of the
the
Civil War.
Civil
Yeah.
War. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I was like, I think I will skip this. I don't think I needed to go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what the type of challenges that I'm telling you is, like, you needed to think how you're going to get the construction materials there.
Mhm.
Very precarious. Sometimes locations and island. So like, there's no construction store there. There's no Home Depot there for sure. And then
Yeah.
you needed to put everything in in boats and
Yes.
send it to the island. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You can only use pieces that are so long, right?
Well, because we have a tendency of building with like blocks and masonry, right?
Oh, okay.
And when you're thinking about how am I going to carry, dirt and cement and all of those things to mix on the boat, it's like, no, this is very that's not feasible. And then that's when we change the construction system to be something that it can be easier to transport and very interesting.
Yeah. So what would you like to say about the future of architecture?
Ooh, okay. Well, we live in a place
and then we could talk about whatever you want to talk about. Yeah.
Well, it is interesting, Misha, because our globalization, right? I love reading about. There's this author that his name is Thomas Friedman, and I love his books. And the first one that I read was "The World is Flat," and then it was the beginning of globalization and so on. And then the next one that I did, it was flat, hot, and crowded. And this is so true. This is because I am not also an architect. I have urban design, so double major. So I think on a small scale, but I also think on a larger scale, right? And you think it's like, how do we solve our problems for housing, but also be mindful of our natural resource and not be just like, invading more and more to our. We needed to preserve the natural environment, because of all the other species that live here. So I'm very ecological, right? Here's I'm the eco freak. Sustainable design.
I mean, you've kind of like said it before, it's like I'm from the rainforest. So of course I'm going to be concerned about the rainforest, Yeah. I mean, we also be concerned about the rainforest because of how much it affects everything, but yeah.
And it's not just that, so it's like we have a limited resource.
Yes.
Example, AC. Like here, HVAC, and I was like, what is that? What is that duct going everywhere? When I first moved here, so if you think about, I was like, I don't know what that is. So I had to actually relearn a lot about architecture after I moved here. But I believe that we really needed to go back and look at the past, how the masters of architecture did design and build in the past, and not with surround of all this technology. And man, I'm so guilty. My house here, if I don't have Alexa to say like, hey, turn on my lights or turn off this or this, but I have a lot of technology in my place, but I still don't almost never using my AC and my heater, and I'm in Temecula. So how do I do that? I have good windows and doors, and I leave them open at night, right? And it cool downs the place, and in the morning I close and keeps the the space either cool or hot or whatever it is. And because it's like I'm the only one here with the two cats. Do I need it to be running? And for me, it's like wasting energy to cool down this whole house here. Those kind of things, I still think a lot. And when you ask me what I think about the future of architecture, I think we really needed to cut down in a lot of the way that we are so dependent in spending energy, cooling down, heating up our buildings. I don't know, there's all these things about glass everywhere on the facade, and then you think it's like, okay, I don't think glass it is the most thermal material. I don't know. I just think that we really needed to start rethinking about the way that we design our buildings. Is that the way of the future? I'm not too sure. And then you look at those buildings in Singapore and what else out there that they
Dubai.
look like so like spaceships and so on. And I was like, wow, it's so foreign, like for me, because I've never seen any of that. And they look beautiful on the, the renderings and all the green walls and this and that. So it's kind of like we destroy the natural environment to build the environment to look like the natural environment. It's like there's something messed up here.
We like try to recreate nature because we're so far away from it, right? So it's like silk plants and other things that we just do that are crazy things that like don't really make any sense, like simulated wood finish. I mean, it's like it's not really wood. We want it to look like wood, but it's plastic. It's like, well, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
My house doesn't have any. I have no air conditioning or heating. The heater broke. We'll use like little space heaters or whatever when it gets really cold. But I mean, it's San Diego, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, you're in La Mesa, isn't it hot?" I'm like, we're 10 miles away from the water. I mean, it's not that hot, and as hot as it gets. I mean, it's really only above 90 for maybe 3 to 4 weeks out of the year, and most of the time it cools down at night. So it's not, and I mean, I've been there's very few places where I go where I have to be in air conditioning, and I purposely will not put, like, I never turn it on in the car. I'll open up the windows if it gets a little bit hot, but I never turn on the AC in the car unless, I'm driving through the desert or something. I mean, there's no other reason, I mean, it'd be nice to get my heater in, but I think we're just going to use ductless because it's not like we have to have this whole, we don't have to heat up the whole house.
Exactly. For me, it is a waste of energy. And I think about like, okay, so if I could design multifamily, how could I do this, the ducts that you only really, blast cold air or heat where there's people living or staying, not the whole place. It's like because they have those little vents, but they really don't close like really well, or I don't know. And I'm going to show you this.
That's why we're using those ductless ones. We're using those ductless units in all the ADUs and like other places. I mean, that's what we're going to put in the in our addition, and then I'm just going to put another one in the hallway. In the rest of the house, because it really doesn't. It's like we don't need that much heat.
I'm going to sound really funny here, but hey, I'm here to intrigue people. I'm like was telling you, like I'm a rebel by heart. I'm not here to agree with anybody, but I have these little bean bags, and I heat them up and I put under my covers at night.
Oh yeah,
and. It's like, okay, it's nice and warm here, especially by my feet. And it's like, I've heard the people saying, like, my grandma used it to turn on the oven or whatever it was and put like a brick there and make it really hot, roll that on a towel or whatever, and then put in our bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, look, I have a beanbag and I do the same thing.
No, it's not crazy.
So my challenge it is really to talk about like architecture to, go back. I would like it to see that more natural ventilation, less use of, energy, and really be more smart about how we could build.
Yeah, definitely. And so, with that can parlay into your career now, which is
specifications for lighting and controls. Well, I have been asked like, so how did you find the Western? And I was like, oh, how did you find the lighting? I was like, no, lighting found me. It was the other way around. I'm like a member for AIA since 2008 or something like this. And I love my design community, and truly believe in.
We love you too.
Thank you. Networking is something that I truly believe, and it was through a meeting, AIA Paloma, that I met this lady Denise, and she was retiring, and the owner of Western had asked her to find her replacement and to be involved, right? And then she told Matt Salok is like, look, I want you to meet Djana. I think she will be great for the position. My designer background, and also my business experience, and then one of the 2 times that we had like an interview, like a formal interview, I look at him and was like, look, I know nothing about lighting. I know that you got to switch a night and on and off, which is not the case anymore. And then he said, like, we can teach you about lighting, but to teach someone else about design and, having the business mind, it is a little harder. I was like, okay, sign me up. And working with architects into your designs and, lighting design, which I did not know any in San Diego. It's not that we have a lot of them, but it is a very tight and small community. And it fulfills still like that part of me that I am a problem solver. And I, if you know the 5 love languages service or giving, whatever it's called, it is one of my love languages.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know. I don't know the love languages. I have no idea what I think people typically tell me that when I'm like getting annoying or something. Like, what's your love language? I don't know.
I was going to offer you to get my copy, but mine it is in Portuguese, so I'm not going to do that. It is not going to be very useful for you.
What are, I mean, there's 5 of them, right? What are they?
Yes.
That you said, what is yours? Yours is
okay. So physical touch, and then you're going to say, yeah, that's why you're always hugging people and kissing them. And yes, that's me. I think that's my first love language, my strongest. It is physical touch. And then that is act of service. That's what it's called. So it is when people like helping others, right? It's always doing something for others. So that's I believe another stronger one. And you can do, and then you have quality time, spending time with those that you care about, you love. Words of affirmation. It is praising people, saying like, oh, blah blah blah. That's not my love language.
No, that's not my love either. It's really hard for me to do that. I mean, I figure that if I'm hanging out with somebody that I like being around them, I think that is right. So it's like for me to constantly have to say like, oh, I really like you.
Yes,
You're special to me. Yeah, it's like that's. I mean, well, of course, if you weren't special to me, I wouldn't be hanging around you.
Exactly.
Because I have other things to do. I can go explore the other 2 love languages.
And the last one, it is gifts. There's some people, they are very attached, material speaking, and they love gifts, and usually they give a gift as well. So those are the 5 love languages.
I do like to give gifts, but like not as a like if there's something, it has to have like some significance, I think, of like
Right.
either, right? I mean, I just typically don't like give gifts because I'm giving it'll have to be like something that I think that maybe the person could use, or that person has like
Yes.
said, I like this. And then I'm like,
Well,
oh, they like this. I think I'll get them that and give them, yeah. So it's more like that. It's more, and it wouldn't be like I'm not into really like ostentatious gifts. Like I wouldn't be getting some designer watch and giving it to somebody. I mean, unless they said that they really wanted it, and then I would say you're gonna have to find somebody else to give it to you because I can't afford that. But
yeah, right.
yeah.
But it could be also connected with, for example, the acts of a service. Because
Mhm.
if you think like, oh, this would really help Djana with whatever, Djana is facing like a challenge, then you
Okay.
get something
Yeah.
because it is, has that purpose behind it, and not
Yeah.
just because I want to spend the money and I'm going to give you this. So that
No,
you could
you're
have,
really good with giving the St. Patrick's Day basket.
yes.
Did you put the St. Patrick's Day baskets together?
Well, yes, but you see, when I did, because we hired this company to do one of the first uh, little kits for
Mhm.
during the pandemic, and
Mhm.
it was so lame. And I was like, I can do better than that, and I can do like 1/3 of the cost. I was like, why would I pay someone to do something like that, right? So I said, I am going to do this myself, and that was, part of the business that I had before. I joined Western as well. As I had an arts and crafty store.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Um,
you did. Okay, I forgot about that. Yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very crafty, and I love making things. Next time you come here to my place, you will see more of my art displayed because I am unpacking them. And then I was like putting out there. So I like making my own gifts, by the way. When
Yes.
you're talking
Okay.
about the gifts from the architects,
Yes. Yeah.
if I think about something that you say that you like or this, I was like, oh, I only wear black clothes. I'm like, oh man, I still know what Michelle wants. I am going to do something black.
I
But
appreciate like Deben corn and Frankenthaler and uh, other paintings that have color in them. I mean, I do actually like that Deben. I do like that Frankenthaler that is black and white. But besides that, I do like color. But
not just in your clothes, right? That's beside the point.
oh yeah. Clothes. I think of black as it's just because it's simple and it goes from day to night and I don't know maybe
Well,
I should probably be living in New York City at some point in my life. I don't know.
no. We should really, if you're going to be productive, we all should be Steve Jobs, right?
Oh
He always
yeah,
had the
yes, and
same
just
clothes.
yes, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, look, there is no more waste of time trying to figure it out. But come on, we're designers. We can't do that. So
Yeah.
it's like, no. I actually spend a great amount of time and energy putting together my outfits.
I had I was so mad because I had gone on eBay and there was this suit on there but it was for an auction. And so people were outbidding, right? So it's like for a day I was like the highest bidder, which was only like it was in the UK. So it was like only £1 above what the asking price was. And I mean, this suit was, I mean, it was beautiful and it was like a total fraction of I mean, it was like literally, I think it started at $110 or something like that.
What color was the suit?
Black, of course. It was a black Giorgio Armani like formal wool suit, and it was beautiful and it was my size and everything, and I was like, oh my gosh. and I bid on it, and they were like, oh yeah, you're the highest bidder, until like 30 minutes, right? Until
Yes.
30 minutes before. And then all of a sudden, they start, and then 30 seconds before, it's just somebody totally outbid me, but you can't even, right? At that point, it's like the fastest person, right? It's like some game show or something where you're like trying to, so I figured, well, I'll just find it somewhere else. I'm sure I can find it somewhere else on the internet. And I haven't been able to find it, that same exact suit. So I don't know. Where was I even going with this? Black clothes, I suppose. But anyway, that suit was, I'm going to look around for that suit. I'm going to find it somewhere, and I'm going to wear it to the next AIA gathering because that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. So
what about for the gifts? For the gifts. So
for the gifts. Oh my God. I look at the list, and they're amazing, and inspired me, like making me think like I wanted to do that again, making those bracelets. Or I'm not good at sewing, but like those purses, my mom, that reminded me so much of my mom's sewing skills. Because she would do bags like that, handmade person as well.
Mm-hmm.
The hand painted rocks.
Yes.
Those are amazing. I've never seen anything like that. I thought they were really cool.
Yeah. What is it? Rocks and Dots. They're hand painted mandalas by rocksanddots.com. Yeah. And then the handmade purses were locally made in Minnesota by AIA Design Handmade, which those are really nice too.
Right.
And then
the jewelry was very exquisite, very pretty too.
Yeah,
I like that. But you know me, I needed to go copy you, because when you had that t-shirt that was black, and it said like ask the architect or something like this, and I said, oh my gosh, I wanted that t-shirt so badly, but I can't wear that because I'm not licensed here, so I'm going to get in trouble. So mine would need to be ask the designer, because I can call myself a designer.
Can you imagine if somebody like took you, if they reported you to the, because you were wearing a t-shirt. I hope they wouldn't do that, but you never know. This can be a competitive field that we're in.
Right. And, that's part of the reason why we started the committee at San Diego for International Associates, because there's so many details about what you can and cannot do without your license here in California. Yeah. And when we come from different countries, or even different states, but different countries, because you have the language barrier. That becomes a little bit more challenging. So since I've been through all of that, I'm always talking about, hey, you can do this, you cannot do that. And I think next year is going to be really good. We're going to grow that committee and hopefully support more, the designers, architects from other countries.
Yeah. So there was Kimber Elements, which they also had some art or jewelry from Africa, right? And then there was Studio Tectu they were the ones that had the shirts, right? Studio Tectu.
Yes.
And then what were they? The one that I thought that did you catch any of the names for the super small batch sauces for seasonings and treats?
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, they're so funny. Okay, so anyway, one of them was oh my gosh, where is it? It's something like, oh yeah, it's like Mr. Handsome. Mr. Handsome is like this blueberry, is this blueberry purple pepper hot sauce. And then Scaredy Cat is like a habanero peach mint. And what's the other one? There's like Sassy Pants. Sassy Pants is lemon drop habanero. And yeah, what's the other one? They were anyway. The names are names are funny.
Chupacabra, El Chupacabra. That's funny.
Yeah.
Very Mexican, I guess, like those spicy from Mexico.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
I am a little bit of on the afraid side, like I'm scared of spicy food. That's probably why I was like, no, thank you.
Oh no, like the ones that are like the ghost peppers and the other ones. I can't have that much hot. And then there's another one about they were these for the So Sassy by Susan Sesson. But anyway, the beating on this would, I kind of made a joke that like my eyes were blurring already because there was just so like finely detailed. And what's the Oakdale design? That was also jewelry. That was the clay jewelry.
And the drawing, the art, it is really pretty.
Yes. Yeah. With the figure drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the cuddly and soft succulent pillows, which was by Rainy Day.
Oh yes.
Rainy Day Greenery. Yeah, that was cute. And then those were the purses. Yeah, we got that. And then with the people tree. Yeah, people tree were kimonos that were made with block prints. Those were block prints that hand printed textiles.
Is that I'm not too sure if I'm looking that correct. Is that in the UK?
I don't know no, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, so I am looking at the wrong people tree.
Yeah, and so then there's an assembled is taking a short break. Assembled, get back online. Anyway, there's handcrafted gifts in paper goods there with them, and then the Draw It Beautiful, which is I follow her on it is Mary. I follow Mary on Instagram, and her Instagram is Draw It Beautiful also. But anyway, she does like a lot of this digital drawings and everything. But they're like, I mean, they're just beautiful. I mean, she's really kind of perfected the craft of the iPad of iPad digital art. So. And then there was also one by Jolie Ormond, and hers is she has a little Jenny. I'm sorry, Jenny. Yeah, Jenny Ormond. She has a little they're kind of like gift packs, like like for late nights. You have a night mask and eye mask, and then but they're made for architect moms by Jenny, and so you've got energy fizz, ginseng fizz sticks, enriching eye cream, and they're not made by her, but she has them together in a little kind of like welcome pack, and then she also does life coaching, I believe. So
so is that the assembled one?
Yes.
Which one is it? Yes.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't have an E at the end, like ED. It is without, or is that an ED? Assembled.
Oh, the assembled isn't with an ED. Yeah, no, that wasn't the assembled. That's Jenny's one is for the architect moms thing. But For assembled, it's just ASSEMBLD, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So Djana, what do you want for Christmas or the holidays? Is there anything you want for the holidays?
I want
either
my daughter.
Spiritual or gift-wise, I suppose.
Yeah. The only gift that I want, Michelle, will be all day, all the time. My daughter.
Oh, I know.
My daughter around. Yeah. So having her
parties. Home for the holidays? Is she coming home for the holidays?
No, I will have her in between. So we're going to make it something very unconventional. She's coming to my company's holiday party.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be December 11th. And then I'm taking her as my companion.
Yeah.
And then she's going to be here for a week, and we're doing Christmas, her birthday, and like all together.
Yeah.
So I'm very content person. I think I have more than I need, you know. So I don't know if I can think about just my family, my friends, health, and together. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. I want that and a trip to Paris.
Oh, so this afternoon I was watching a documentary about Notre Dame, the fire. And I never really, I know that, we lost the building, but that's a documentary and through the eyes of the firefighters as well. And it's very interesting. And that's like, wow. But yeah, we could do that too. Put the trip there, like you travel around.
Oh, I know. I even looked because I thought like, okay, well, if I mean, it doesn't, I don't even know whether it's that. I mean, it seems like Europe is kind of buttoning back down again, but yeah, well, several years ago when we went, I was supposed to take Kelly to Paris. And now she's going to be going, she's going to be starting her master's degree, but she starts at January 3rd. So there's only, there's not that much time left to go to Paris. So I doubt it will be able to go right now. But if I did, yeah. Otherwise, I don't know, a clean house, maybe. A clean.
Oh yeah, like you giving me a maid for life. I would do that. Hey, you're giving me good ideas. So I'm going to start on my list. What would you like if I get a maid for life? I don't need to clean the house ever again.
Is it a maid for life or a mate for life, Djana?
No, a maid for life.
Maid for life.
No, a mate.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll probably get together over the holidays.
Absolutely. If you're not in Paris, so we'll get together.
I mean, I have so much to do, like work-wise, between now and then. I probably can't. I don't.
But look, work it is always there. Yeah. So we keep our balanced life, otherwise it is we're not going to be laughing and enjoying. What do we do if it is just work, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
You need to look at the bright side.
Oh no. I mean, I totally agree.
That's my lighting talk.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of intended puns like with lighting
a bunch
now.
of those. Those are funny. Oh, okay, Djana. Well, I'm going to stop the tape and then we can catch up. But thank you so much for doing the interview with me.
My pleasure, Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you.